remember when I first became a Christian, I was 19 and I was I think it was in that first year when I was a Christian. I can't remember exactly when. I was 19 or 20 and I had my first experience with a demon. And I was in a car with some friends. We had gone to church and we were dropping people off in the evening. We were dropping the last person off, a young lady who was free. I was friends with her. And we were saying goodbye. And then we were just chatting. And she started crying in the car. And my friend, who was a more experienced Christian than me, Craig, he had a prophetic word for this girl. And he said to her, listen, God sees your pain. And he shared about a sexual abuse thing that had happened in her life and how God loves her and God sees that. And she started weeping in the car. And then she started speaking in a different voice in the car. Now, I'm 19 or 20. I'm not a Christian. I've not been a Christian for very long. I'm literally in the cubbyhole. I'm under the seat. I'm freaking out. I'm like, I'm going to die. This is it. I've seen all sorts of things. I've been in fights. This is different. This girl is going to kill both of us. She's speaking in a different voice, a voice that can't come out of a lady, a 19-year-old lady. She looks powerful. We are going to die. And luckily, Craig is more experienced than me. And Craig praises, and I eventually start praying, coming out of the cubbyhole. But I was so scared. Later on that evening, Craig drops me off, and I go into my room. And as I walk into the room, I have a sense that I'm not alone in the room, and I am terrified. And I think that the demon has followed me home and is in this room with me. And I'm convinced of it. I still think it was. So I am so scared. The lights are on. I'm sitting there. I can't sleep. I'm on the verge of crying. Craig messages me. And he messages me Luke chapter 10, verse 19 and 20. And Craig messages me. And he says in the message, listen, I don't want you to be too excited about the fact that we just cast out this demon. Don't get proud and don't become arrogant about it, okay? But focus on Jesus. So many times people focus on the Satan and all these things. Focus on Jesus. I'm thinking to myself, proud. I'm terrified. I'm never switching the lights off ever again. I'm not proud. That's the complete opposite. And he sends me the second part of the verse to read. He says, do not rejoice that the spirits submit to you. But my eyes hit the first part of the verse. I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions and to overcome all the power of the enemy. Hey, listen, Satan is real. Satan is powerful, but Christ is more powerful and he is good. And he has commissioned you with all the power to trample over the works of the enemy.